Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, everybody's favorite standalone D&D 5th edition role-playing podcast. Thank you so much, just me to you, for picking this episode, because it's one of my episodes. And there's lots of episodes that you can listen to in any order with any DM that you like. So once again, thanks for picking mine. And here are some friends I have with me today. They're going to help me tell the story. Say hi, Kaern.
Hi, everybody. My name's Kaern. I'm a level 19 druid of the land. I'm a shadow elf, which means I have really long, luxurious white hair, and I'm a bit pale. But I tend to offset that by wearing pretty much all the colors that I know. So I have this really kind of busy coat that's got lots of different colors and lots of different things that I've been adding to over time. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Stella, say hello.
Hello, everyone. So I am Stella, Argentine. I am a half silver dragon, half dark elf, and I am this tall, skinny albino elf woman. I'm about like 6 feet tall. I got dragon horns, though, and a dragon tail, and large wings, like 12 feet long when I spread them. So yeah, like not just an elf. And I have blue and gold eyes. And, yeah, I am a sorcerer, level 19, and, sorcerer level 17, and warlock level 2. Also, I'm usually pretty fashionable. I'm wearing, what am I wearing? I'm wearing a blue dress, let's just say, a nice blue dress, not too fancy this time. And I have my companion Lenny. How's he been doing since the last time he got his soul ripped to shreds and replaced with frozen dragon fire?
Oh, Lenny's got a whole thing going on. We'll get to Lenny in a minute, but
Okay.
He's like a 10,000... Sorry, let me... Way to flip it on the DM real quick. Lenny intro. Lenny has a character voice. Hey, how's it going? Name's Lenny. I'm a 10,000-year-old halfling. Stella, she's a great gal. She just needs somebody to keep an eye out for, and I just love doing that for her. And pay's not bad either. So, yeah, I got my soul ripped to shreds, and you know what? I'll tell you about it later. Back to... Hey, Jade, get me out of this one.
Okay. Hello, I am Jade. I am a 53-year-old paladin of Guasso. I adventure, I don't know why I adventure anymore. It's hard. It's hard on my bones. My back hurts. So maybe this is my last time. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm old. I have a red skin, completely black eyes with no sclera, and horns coming out of my head. I do not like how I look, but my wife Alice, she tells me that I am a very good person. She tells me this because I obey all the laws, and I make sure everyone else does too. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Is it nap time?
Well, interesting enough. We'll begin with you. Well, actually, no. We'll get to you in a minute. We're going to begin at where all stories begin, the creation of all existence.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's the beginning. I like to tell a big story. There are many theories as to what created something when there was nothing. But originally, whatever was in the nothing thought, hey, it'd be cool? Something. And then made that. And that's where we are now. And have been, and it's where everywhere is.
Scientifically proven.
Yeah. Smash cut to roughly 10,000 years ago. Actually, maybe closer to 9,000. Location, hell. It is one of those things where it's a shot and then the words come in with white text and a boom noise. There's a casino, pretty lively vibe. People are having fun, losing their souls, yada yada. There's, a pretty good looking, for being, about 1,000 years old, halfling. Just absolutely losing money at the craps table. And by money, of course, I mean souls, years of his life, however you want to look at it. Hey, buddy, can I get another drink around here? Yeah, sure, pal. Not like you're going to be here that long. Smash cut 2, this morning. Jade. black void, and you feel a sharp pain in your lower back. Your eyes jolt open, and you're in bed, and your back hurts.
Every morning is like this now. Don't get older, kids. Just live fast and die young.
So, how do you get out of bed without totally ruining your back for today?
Alice brings me breakfast on a tray. She is very nice, and she knows. She also has brought me a warm bag of lavender pellets. If you take lavender flowers and you dry them, and you get like 10 pounds of them, and you put them in a cloth bag, and then, you slightly eat them with a little bit of water, it feels very good on your back. Oh.
That sounds lovely, and it is. About 10 minutes into breakfast and a nice warm bag on your back, you hear a knock at the door.
I get up and I amazingly rapidly put on my full plate armor. If you listen. And I answer the door as if nothing were wrong, and I say, "Hello, I am Jade." And you, the listener, wonder how long I have been in pain like this.
I'm just picturing a plate armor with built-in, back support.
Dude, yes.
Yeah, like a big cushion pad. Yeah. Awesome. You have, advantage on back pain-based checks. Which I'm sure will come up. But you open the door and, you've missioned with Stella for a while. You've seen a lot of Lenny. You see what looks a lot like Lenny, but if he was a little scaly dragon demon-y halfling, like some sort of scaled devil, as it were. Hey there, Jade. It's me, having a bit of a issue here, and I thought I'd like to talk to you about it. He's got a little hat in his hand.
Oh, yes, come on in, hey, Stella. Hello. Hi, Lenny. And Alice is there.
Stella is not with him.
Oh, okay. All right. So Alice says, "Well, hi, y'all. Come on in." I cannot. Don't make me. Okay. And then
yeah, do both sides.
Offers breakfast. We have a lovely table out in the garden. It's not too chilly today, so there's tea, there's cookies. I'm sitting across from you.
We will cut back to that in a minute. Let's actually go over to Stella. Stella, you is May around? Or, are you guys together 24/7 right now? Or is she, is it like you see each other a couple times a week? How is your dating going?
I feel like it would be, a couple times a week thing, because I imagine she's busy doing her demigoddess stuff, and I'm busy, modeling and stuff. And I feel like I'd probably be, where I live right now with Willie. I don't know if Willie's there, but I would be at that place. I guess it's the morning, right?
Yeah, it's the morning. Lately you've been doing a lot of spare time work, with May, but largely by yourself. Mm-hmm. To large scale what this soul rip reflame thing with the Echo Blim, which, while not reverting them back, could give them a greater degree of autonomy. And it's how do we get this to the public,
Yeah, so I'm probably just resting my breath, because I've probably been using my dragon breath all the time. And I'm just man, I need a break. I mean, yeah, I can resist cold, but constantly having to flush out sub-zero ice fire through your throat kind of takes a toll on you constantly. After all, I still have a half elven body.
Your vocal cords are very stiff. Your neck, just from being cold all the time. So, man, everybody in the party.
I'm used to cold, but this is just something else.
Yeah, but so you wake up, no Lenny, no Willie, actually, either. He's also been working on a project, but he's been out a lot as well.
Yeah, and I probably woke up from a really long nap of several days, because that's how long Stella sleeps. She is half dragon. Dragons sleep a long time. So she's just yawns and stretches and just Lenny, Lily, hi, hello, anyone here?
So as you look around, like the empty apartment, we cut away over to Kaern. Kaern, how do you wake up, and what part of your body is ailing you? Since that's the running theme of today.
Let's see, I probably wake up under a park bench. I'm probably a bit damp because it was raining last night, and there's been a rock under my shoulder. I probably should have checked a bit earlier, but, it was a busy night. So, I kind of get up and I brush off some of the leaves, look at one of them, stick it in my pocket. Look nice.
Busy night. You look dope. +1 to charisma with woodland animals. What have you been working on? You said it was a busy night.
Yeah, there's just planning some things with some of the guild. Met this guy, Willie. We kind of bonded over a cool spider that I found when I was cleaning the guild hall. And just been sort of helping him with some plans.
Interesting. These plans are coming to fruition, my friend. Like, this weave you've been working, this, bit of cloth to, really increase your teleportation magic. It's ready for a test run.
Probably need to find some guinea pigs. Some friends to help me try it out.
Cool. So, as you go off to find some guinea friends, we will cut over back to Jade and Lenny. Lenny is like, thank you. You got a lovely house. Yeah, so they did that spell on me, and I kind of turned into a devil, but a dragon devil, as you can see. Is it bad? Am I evil now?
Oh no, you are not ever evil or good. You are simply a person who obeys the laws or who doesn't. And a person who obeys the laws is good. And a person who breaks the laws, for example, if you jaywalk, you are evil. That's the truth.
That's true. Most of my references are from 10,000 years spent at a casino. Yeah, it did seem like the lawful devils did pretty, they got to stay at the tables longer than the demons who kept eating chips and turning the table over and throwing drinks at people.
Yes, chaos is evil.
Interesting. All right, well, that makes sense to me. You are the expert on being partially, infernal, so I figured I'd ask.
Hey, I know. I will give you my starter guide to all of the most basic laws. Alice, she helped me with this when I was first come to Guaso. I did not know the laws of this country. I have it still, and I returned from the house with this dog-eared, homemade, handwritten pamphlet of my notes on all the laws. See, this one, it says if you're a police officer, you can present a case against the property of a person and do what is called civil asset forfeiture. It is entirely good aligned because it is legal.
Ooh, dark. Well, thank you. This is really sweet, and that's a pretty wild backstory you got there. And I again, 10,000 years in a hell casino. That's wild.
You can restart your life at any age. I was in my late 20s when I came to Guaso.
I don't know. I felt funny, because I'm an older guy. And now I'm a crazy demon thing. I don't know. I guess, the hell must have seeped into my soul or something. I don't know. But this is a lot to process. But thanks for, this will keep me on track. And if I start to feel myself being shaky, I'll just consult the handbook.
And I am always here for you. Just because hell has touched you does not mean you have to touch others with it. I have 2 perfectly healthy human children. You do not have to pass it on. Just find a person to have the children biologically for you and then raise them in the ways of the law.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm too old to be a dad.
I'm just saying, how you affect the people around you is up to you.
Well, I'm going to go hang out with Stella. I guess go to work. But hey, if you love your job, you want to come with? We can talk about this on the way?
Sure, I will give you some pointers. Step 1, food is delicious and entirely legal.
Cool. So as you guys chit-chat and walk the streets of the town, we cut over to Stella. You done anything of note while you were puttering around in the morning, or?
Well, I mean, I do sleep on a large pile of now mostly empty bottles. That's the most comfortable place for me to sleep. But other than that, I'm looking around trying to see if I can find any food, because after several days of sleeping, I'm hungry.
That would be so loud. Sleeping on a pile of empty bottles.
Oh yeah, like it's a good thing that Willie doesn't sleep, and Lenny has to sleep in like a special soundproof little closet thing.
I'm just picturing like your neighbors, like, what are they doing up there?
And if they ever came over and like woke Stella up while she was on that pile, she did have to deal with a hissing half dragon. If they're lucky. If they're not lucky, they'll get her dragon form.
Cool. Well, after having a very big breakfast of, I'm picturing like 4 dozen eggs, and like 2 pieces of toast, you hear a knock at the, well, actually no knock on the door. Lenny, has a key. So, Lenny and Jade arrive, and, Kaern, you actually run into Jade and Lenny in like the hallway of the apartment building. So everyone is together at Stella and Willie's apartment. It is a simply furnished, like regular modern apartment, but in like a medieval fantasy aesthetic. So things that would be made of plastic or made of wood, they're like, instead of overhead lamps, it's like magical light sources. There's a small balcony.
Yeah. So like when the door opens, I like stride over to greet it quickly, quickly prestidigitating all of the egg off my face. That was never there. And just like quickly fixing my hair and stuff, and then like I'm just gonna stride over and say, "Hi." Oh, good. It's you.
Hey, what's up, Miss Stella? And Lenny goes and throws his keys in a bowl.
Lenny, my guy, and we do our handshake.
Cool. 2 slaps, spit around, like shoot an arrow in the air, and then double low slap.
Yeah, it's really funny because she's like 6 feet tall and he's 3 feet tall.
Yeah. It's been a little bit of an adjustment, as he is now like a little, like, he's got horns that sort of like curve backwards, like, like the peaks of a dragon's head. You know how they usually have like the darty back stuff. Like redder skin, like long patches of like scale, like not like small like fish scale, but like just like big sheets of scale on him. Almost like carapace of a beetle or like an insect. And yeah, just that spell had some like interesting effects on him.
What color is he? Is he silver? Like,
yeah,
are the scales
course.
silver? Yes. Stella likes that because she herself has some silver scales on her. Yeah, very interesting. And then she notices Kaern and Jade and says, "Kaern, Jade, oh my God, it's so nice to see you."
Hello.
Morning, Stella. Hello, Lenny. Looking sharp.
Hey. He starts doing the dishes. Kaern, you had, some potential experimentation you can do. Stella, you also have, some spell work to be done if you're interested in it. And, Jade, like you were saying, you're like, oof, why am I adventuring anymore? You smell an adventure coming on, and it's like hardly 9:30 in the morning.
Well, is the only reason Alice is so nice to me is because I do not annoy Al constantly.
So everybody, are you busy today? Have you got any plans?
No, I was told to get out of the house, actually. Do you have anything for me to do for you?
I've got a mad, strange idea we could play with if you've got nothing else specific to do. I've been kind of playing around with some teleportation stuff, just trying to see if I can get more than me teleporting places. But who knows? If you got something else to do, we could look at that. Or maybe we could merge both and we could teleport something you're doing someplace. Who knows?
I mean, it is my day off. Like, I've been doing a lot of magic stuff recently, but I already got bored like a couple hours into it. So come on, you guys can come in here. Here, come sit in the living room. You don't need to see the bedroom.
You see a door shut and bottles clank behind it.
Anyways, yeah. Would you like some tea, something to drink?
Oh, I am good. What are we teleporting? Are we going to the store to get groceries? Because if we did that could be useful to Alice, and I could test your teleportation. She would be very pleased if I think she was out of flour and almond flour. I do not know what these things are, so you will have to help me. But could we practice that way?
Sure, yeah. We might be a bit flexible on what we mean by store and groceries, but that's what we're basically going to do.
So, Kaern, you have it in your pocket. It is basically a modified Well of Many Worlds, which is deceptively named because it's not a well. It's a piece of cloth. But it allows teleportation. Now, this one has been slightly modified as it's made out of the stitching, so to speak, of the shadow magic. The Nightcrawler comes out of you when you teleport. So it's been delicate work of like taking that magic out of yourself and then giving it physical, like, making it manifest or whatever. You unfold it, step into it, and it takes you to another place. So, I mean, in theory, you could do a grocery store test run.
Where is this grocery store that sells the almond flour?
It is on the corner of 41st Street and Beltran.
Ooh,
okay.
Rough neighborhood.
Ah, yes, the grocery store. Mm-hmm.
You know what? We have to try something, so let's give it a go, yeah? So I'll unfold it, and I will concentrate on the corner of a place that I've never been to, and I will try to make it work there. And I said, yeah, so...
This is how you get squelched. Or squelched.
Do you want to go first?
Splinched. This is how you get splinched. Sure, I will go first. I step inside.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's part one of,
Getting splinched. Yeah.
How do you, it's soft. It's kind of almost like cling wrap, like if you've ever tried to like stretch out cling wrap and then bring it like across a room, it just instantly wants to fold in on itself. And it's like, no, so do you spread it on like the floor or like a wall? How do we do this portal?
I probably would put it on a wall so you could kind of walk through it. Because then you can do the stick your hand in it piece, and see if your hand comes back all together. Whereas if it's on a floor, you got to use a foot. And if you lose a foot, it's harder than if you lose a hand. And I reach in and I pull out a cat for some reason with my hand.
Cat dimension. Needs to be adjusted.
I don't know if that's the right one. Let me twist this a little bit. Let's try that again.
So, to clarify, is Jade stepping in first, or are you sticking your hand in once it's on the wall?
No, I mean, I don't want to kill people, so I'll stick my hand in and see if that works, and then I'll let somebody else be the first grand voyager of the black inky cloth thing that I have in my pocket. I need a better name.
Yeah, that's step 5 of the process. So go ahead and give me a intelligence. Let's go saving throw.
Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's 21.
Ooh, awesome. So you feel like, you're reaching out and like you do feel a cat at first. And then you're like, no, like, but you make your check, you focus on grocery store. And then you feel like the cool interior of like a large, like professionally cooled building. You're like, all right, that feels grocery store.
Aha. I think we have it. Either that or it could be somewhere really cold. But it's probably the grocery store.
Wonderful. And I step through.
Cool. Give me an intelligence save, please.
And this is the part where I realize I didn't pull up my character sheet. Give me a sec.
19.
Oh my god.
19.
Yeah.
Intelligence?
Yes, please.
Saving throw?
Yes.
+1 from the tabard from wing, plus charisma because aura of protection, and then unyielding spirit advantage to saving throws to avoid being paralyzed or stunned. Okay. And with all that known, the number was a 17, and if this is paralyzed or stunned, let me know.
It is not.
All right.
So we're going with the 17?
Yeah.
Cool. Grocery store. You do feel this, like, shadow stuff cling to you. And, like, it's almost like, I don't know if you've ever been really hot and then stepped into, like, a walk-in cooler and you just kind of steam, you know? Or, like, those videos of a horse, like, that was, like, run hard and then, like, they're in the rain and it's just, like, smoke coming off of them. This shadow stuff clings to you and sort of, it falls away after a few seconds, but you're like, ooh, okay, I have something for the comment section.
I feel hot. So, am I in the grocery store then?
Yeah, you're standing in the grocery store in the in the flour aisle.
Nice. I pick up totally the wrong flour and also almond flour. So I've got like buckwheat flour and almond flour. And I'm like, this looks right. Okay. And I'm like trying my best. So I buy 2 of the buckwheat flour and then and 1 of the almond flour. I'm like, yes, she needs to soften. And then I head for the checkout.
Yeah, I mean, it is on sale for like 3 coppers off. So it's a deal.
I'm so good at grocery shopping. Yeah.
Cool. So give me that intelligence save one more time, but I guess just flat, because you are thinking about somewhere else as you step into this shadow thing. You're like, oh, I'm so good at shopping, I have to bring this home, you know.
Yeah, I've got my bag and my receipt, and I return to the flower aisle. It's a bit awkward, but I know that it's not against the law technically. Because normally when people check out, they go at the exit. So I have an internal dilemma right now as I walk back into the store to the flower aisle. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And I'm very stressed out. And like, there's technically a life-ending experiment going on, but I'm stressed out by this. So very nervous. I walk back to the flower aisle, and that was a much lower number this time, a 13.
Oh, good. Oh, okay. Good. So you end up back home.
Hey, perfect. Alice, I have the flowers that you asked for. Almond flour, and I take a bag out. And then this was on special, and I take out 2 bags of buckwheat flour.
So here's a fun little thing, though. You know, as you step out of this like black inky portal in your kitchen, like facing the pantry, you see this portal has bisected one of your dining room chairs.
Oh, Alice is going to be so mad.
Yeah, she's super mad as she turns around, drops a plate as a portal opens up in her kitchen.
Oh no, the plate. She loves those plates. Oh no.
Yeah. So, another thing for the comment card, accidentally appeared in the middle of my kitchen, broke a plate and chair. But you arrive home with 2 wrong flowers, 1 right.
And then Alice is like, oh, thank you, darling. And I guess I'll be making some noodles.
Relentlessly positive. I love her. Cool. So, yeah, you're standing there in your kitchen.
Hey, would you like me to get anything else from the grocery store for you? No, darling. Come here. And she gives me a kiss, sends me away.
Cool. So, this time, you know, since you failed one, like, you know, where are you headed when you step in? I'll let you decide. Grocery store or back to the apartment?
The living room of the apartment. I don't want to go in that bedroom. I've had teenage children.
Ooh, okay. So, I'm going to call for it. Just, you can do this one at advantage, like you're normal. Because that thought of bedroom passes your head as you're walking into the portal. You see where this is going, right?
Okay, so you want me to roll twice? Or
Yeah, like take your normal advantage roll that you would get from your paladin stuff.
oh, I don't roll with advantage. I just
I
add,
thought you said.
crapped onto it. Let's see. That is a 17 again.
Perfect. So you're all good. You arrive out of the portal in the living room wall.
Ah, good place for it. Hello. Well, it worked. Kaern, good job.
Hey, you're not dead. I totally knew that was going to happen, but good.
You will revolutionize the errand running business.
You see a cat crawls out of the portal.
Oh no. That happens every now and again. I don't know why. The cats get everywhere.
I attempt to befriend the cat. I have plate armor on. Cats probably don't like that. Like my hands are mailed.
Give me an animal handling check, because I can definitely imagine that there's a rough edge to the armor on like a boot or something that a cat would enjoy scratching itself against.
It's a natural 1 + 2.
Oh no, your theory was correct. You're too metallic and weird. Let's see, I'm just gonna roll even odd to see who the cat befriends. Alright, Stella, the cat comes up and starts curling around your feet.
Aw, that's so cute. This cat is so much better than the tiger that bit me a while ago. This is a good kitty, not a bad kitty. and Stella pets it. And then she like looks at Jade and says, Jade, how was the grocery store? You know, I've never been to one.
I look visibly disappointed that the cat is not hanging out with me. And I'm like, oh, it was perfect. Wait, you've never been to a grocery store?
No, because like growing up, the servants would always go and like give me the food, and then I always have someone else run errands. So I've never actually been to a grocery store myself.
But there are so many types of foods that you could give your wife to make for. Yes, grocery stores have nothing in them. The servants. Oh.
So how do they get the food then if they have nothing? I don't get it. Well, one day I'll see for myself.
No.
I mean, there is a portal right there on the wall still.
Oh yeah, you know what? I mean, the portal's still there. So, and she
yeah. We can go together. Kaern, would you like to go? The grocery store, it is flour and cats.
Yeah, sure. We can all go to the grocery store together.
Oh, if there are cats there, that's amazing.
I am running dangerously low on cats. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, roll a cat save.
So Stella's gonna try to remember the address of that thing and try to go to the right place.
41st and Beltran.
Cool. So just everybody who's going in, intelligence saving throws.
I got an 11.
19.
23.
So Stella, what like a passing thought of May comes into your head as you're going through the portal, and boom, you arrive. You see she's like in like a treetop like hut, as like one of her other patrons is like leveling up and she's doing like a ceremony, and she's like, "Oh, hey hon, I'm at work right now. What's up? Is everything okay? You could have just sent a sending."
Oh my God, is this a grocery store? Man, I love grocery stores then.
No, you're in a different plane, hon.
Oh, right.
I think you missed the grocery store. Yeah, I'm here. You see this very confused looking kobold is like, what's going on?
So this is where you work. Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm Stella. I'm her girlfriend.
Oh, I am Groknak.
Nice to meet you, Groknak.
I am the most powerful warlock of my tribe.
Oh, very, very nice, Groknak.
I'm going to become the story speaker.
Ooh, yeah, I'd love to hear about that, but I gotta go visit a grocery store. Anyways,
May in the back is like cutting, like doing like cutter neck motion, like don't say it. And he's like, well, the story speaker is an ancient position, and you get stuck in a full explanation of the lore of this guy's world and tribe, which just seems to be about telling long-winded stories.
Yeah, at some point I just like I just I just like say, oh yeah, very nice, and then I like minor illusion myself, and then kind of like just like free Misty step somewhere else, and then like wink at May, blow a kiss, and then I'm going to. Is there the portal anywhere near here?
Yeah, the portal. Another portal has been created to Groknak's dimension. You see, it's just like floating there in the middle of this hut. Jade and Kaern, you guys are just like kind of tapping your feet, waiting at the other end of this, in the middle of the grocery store. You see like an orcish mother is like pushing a cart and giving you like weird looks.
Did anything weird happen when you came to the grocery store the first time, Jade?
Oh, yes. Sometimes your portal it opens in the middle of Charles.
Oh, no. Did, were they sentient afterwards?
Oh, no, but they weren't sentient before either.
Okay. Well, that's good.
If they
that's
were,
good.
I could have resurrected them, but, I'm very bad at fixing things that are not alive.
Okay, so that's good. All right, so it doesn't warp uncontrollably chairs. I'll take that down.
It actually is. It would have done less damage if it had opened in something alive, because I could have fixed it, but, perhaps, and I look around at the orc lady, perhaps she would not like that.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be opening portals on people. That could get a bit rude.
All things, yes. I cannot fix those, yes.
Okay, so it went somewhere else as well as this place. I think that I don't know where Stella is.
And Stella probably went into like that portal that opened to the kobold's dimension. Because like she's probably just like, I'm gonna leave May to listen to this. I'm gonna pull a prank on her, and then just goes into the wrong portal.
Cool. So what location passes through your head as flighty Stella, needs to focus on grocery store?
I do not know honestly what look. I just I probably think about. Oh no. I think about the kobold and the stories.
Cool. So you just like a revolving door come back through the portal, and you're like, oof, okay, wait, hold on. Eventually you get it right and end up at the grocery store with everyone. And Kaern, do you inform the party of the kobold's long-winded story?
Yeah. And then I'm just like, oh, this is a grocery store. So much like, look at how all these like shelves are organized, except for this one thing. I don't know where this goes. And then she just drops it. And then picks it up with the mage hand and puts it in a random location. And it's just like, oh, hi guys. Yeah, I thought. Oh my god! I went to a different place. I went to Maelorian's dimension. And then I went to somewhere else, and then oh boy!
But you didn't get stuck, right?
Not exactly. No. I didn't get stuck at all. I knew what I was doing.
That's good. Okay, because that can happen sometimes.
Yeah. So let me show you around the grocery store. So we have the stinky fish section. Yes.
On sale, the stinkiest fish.
And we have the, for example, over here, you want a little bit of cheese on bread.
Oh, hello. Try this cheese on bread.
I don't eat any because I only eat things Alice made, but I give some to Stella. And then over there, see, this is a wine aisle. Look at all the bottles.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Mm-hmm. And she's going to try not to look away because she's going to want to steal every single one of them. Yeah, let's go to a different let's go to a different aisle because I don't know. Anyways.
Cool. So you guys tote around the grocery store for a while. Kaern, would you like to inspect this portal?
Yeah, and I want to see if I take it off, Like, people have been going to different places. Like, am I able to remove it from the wall? Can I get a sense from it that there's been to other places? Or what can I... Does it just feel different now?
Short answer, yes. You can physically close this portal, like fold it up like a cloth. You can also reopen it. Give me an Arcana for greater details. But, like, at the very least, you can close it.
Natural 20 plus 0
Ooh.
is 20.
Okay, dude. You made this thing. You know what's up. This thing is, like, usually when you use it, you're like, okay, I want to go here. It's like a relatively short distance or whatever. You've made this spell bigger and, like, but in all dimensions. So it's like, if you think about the wrong place, it's like, boom, but you can also go, like, anywhere. And it seems to be, like, stretching out this interior space you're creating. Like, creating this portal created basically like a subspace plane. Like, picture a room with one door, and then you're just adding more doors to the room. And as more doors are added, it's getting a little bit bigger. You could think, like, cave network if you want. But this thing could potentially go out of control.
No, it'll be fine. Now I have all new places I can go travel to. But, okay. Maybe I'll need to make it bigger. I'll keep an eye on that. So, apparently, when other people interact with this, they can control where they go as well. It's not just me saying, we're all going to the grocery store. So,
yeah.
It's like an element of free will. I kind of like that.
Cool. Just rolling with the invention. Love it. All right, so you open it up. Did you guys finish up at the grocery store?
Yeah, I made Stella get one thing. You have to buy one thing. What did you buy?
Actually, yeah, she was like, you know what, I'll just buy some of the fanciest wine that they have. And yeah, how much does it cost?
Okay, so fanciest wine, I'm gonna say like $1.50 gold.
$1.50, okay. Oh, just $1.50 gold? Nice. And then she's like, well, why not 2 or 3 or 10? And then she just starts putting them in her portable. And she does not stop. She just keeps on putting them in there.
So you see Lenny is just tallying, and like as a worker comes up to be like, whoa, he's like, hold, she's good for it, like I'm taking count right now, please just look and focus on me, do not look at the dragon. And just like like traffic controllers, like people away from you.
We are following the store policy to bring your own bag.
Exactly, yeah, so that so we don't have to use as much leather, whatever the bags are made of. I don't know. She says this as she keeps on putting bottles in there. She uses her mage hand too.
Elf skin? I did not know. What else the bags made? Anyway, so she has brought her own.
So everyone is just talking down this store manager. Eventually, Lenny horks over the, I don't know, probably like 700 gold worth of like alcohol that Stella eventually takes. And he's like, looks at Jade like, honestly, this is a like relatively small pickup for her. So, like it's a little more expensive. I have a distributor I like to work with, but yeah, I'm glad she's getting out there and doing it for herself.
Picking out the flavors that she enjoys. Oh, that is wonderful, Stella.
Everything except for white wine, especially the cheap one.
Yeah, like Buddy,
no
like
cheap wine.
looks as you say that, and it's just like the like during a hurricane, and it's like all of the shelves are empty except for like one gross thing.
Yes. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. The checkout dial is over. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. We are checked out.
Cool. Yeah, you see, like, as you go back in the portal, like, a cat walks out of it into the grocery store, and, everyone make an intelligence save.
Oh, boy, it's a 7.
That's an 8.
When you add 6 to 1, it's 7.
Cool.
Because that's a natural one.
Everyone is talking and like looking at each other when you go through the portal. And if you would like to think of a location yourself, feel free to say it, or I can think of one for you. Anybody got one in mind?
I'd be thinking, where are all these cats coming from?
Cool. So you go into the cat dimension. You see, like, it is a, like, verdant grove of, like, mossy, like, riverbanks that, like, look, like, very comfortable to, like, laze on. Like, the sun shines through a canopy of, like, leaves that smell like catnip. Like, the big, fat, slow mice, like, are, like, toting around by a river, and you see just, like, thousands of cats hanging out, just like living a really cool life.
There
and
are
then, like,
ground egg-dwelling birds.
Yeah. And they're so stupid. Those birds are just like, oh, I laid so many eggs. I'm going to go away now.
It's like, whoa, wrong place, but I definitely want to come back here. This looks like, great place for a nap. I bet you don't get rained on when you go to sleep. I'm coming back.
Yeah, you see that, like, around this portal, just cats are just kind of curiously, like, walking into it every now and then.
I'm not going to stop you guys, but I tell you, everywhere else is not as pretty as here.
Stella, where'd you end up?
So Stella was thinking about that one prank that she played on on this random person who was living in her dorm room from, like, her university. So she thinks about the dorm room.
Cool. So you go into a door, like like into the middle of the dorm room. You see that you've split, like, the right side of somebody's armoire in half. It, like, falls to the floor with a clatter, and, like, a high elf writing in a book looks and is like, "Whoa!"
Oh, hi there. I do not know how I end up here, but here's you know what? I'll just this is for you. And then she leaves, like, a bottle of the wine that she just bought. One of the cheaper ones. There, and, like, she's done this before. She's left something like a bottle of alcohol in that room before, and she's like, oh, you know what? I'll just fix that chair for you.
Is that dorm room again?
Yes, your dorm room.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Cool. So the person's like, all right, well, thanks. I need a new wardrobe now.
I start casting mending.
Cool. So you, like, you step back into the portal and then just, like, mending it around you.
Yep.
And Jade, how about you?
Yeah. So going to the grocery store for the first time ever with Stella reminds her of when she was that age and went to, so she didn't arrive in Guasso until the age of 24. And before that, she was in Albion. And it was not a good place for her. Like, you ever talked to an immigrant about the place they came from? Unfortunately, Jade steps into an incredibly dirty and run down, but still open, can never close, corner grocery store. We're talking, like, I don't know the English words for them. They're really small, they're really dirty, and they have just beer and the few things that people might need technically, but you're there for the beer and the lotto.
Yeah. Corner store, bodega.
Bodega, yeah. So, like, yeah. The good ones sell sandwiches. This one does not.
So you see that, like, there is, like, a, like, middle-aged, like, devilkin, like, smoking a cigarette behind the counter with, like, an apron on over, like, like, a simple, like, it's, like, slightly dirty blouse. She's like, what are you doing? You cannot be opening portals in the middle of the car in my grocery. This is a nice establishment.
Jade is just horrified that she's back. She, like, tried to leave here and everything that was wrong with her. There's, like, someone passed out in a corner and she just scurries past them. and you've never seen someone flinch in armor before, but she's just emotionally devastated and leaves the the corner store as quickly as she can and steps out into, there's like paper trash on the street. And, it smells kind of like the guy in the corner who was passed out there. It smells like him outside. And she's like, oh no, I need to go back to Guaso.
Cool. So you rush back into the portal. Eventually you will shuffle back, make it to the apartment. And, Kaern, you get the feeling just of like, oof, like the pulse as this dimensional rift you're making got a little bit bigger.
I'm going to take this off the wall for now, so we don't have all the cats here. And I think it maybe gets a bit of a break.
Is there a way to put places on like a do not go list,
Nope. But I can look into it. It's kind of meant to be a way of getting anywhere, so putting do not go places thing on it kind of defeats the purpose, but yeah, maybe there'll be places that we really shouldn't be going. But I found this really cool one with loads of cats. I'm pretty sure I know where all cats come from now. And they are interdimensional travelers, and they've got the coolest home ever.
I mean, that makes sense. When you think about cats and the way that they act, yeah, totally. It makes sense they come from a different dimension. But this portal thing, this is amazing for pulling pranks. Can you, like, make someone else go through it and take them to a location?
Well, I mean, you can push them in and tell them something really to maybe make them think about something. Like, oh, it would be terrible if you were in the ocean, and then push them in. That could be lethal, actually. No, that's a bad idea. Let's not do that.
Stella just like raises her eyebrows and smiles and says, Kaern, we should hang out more often.
Hey, we do hang out. We do.
We do.
I learned some of my favorite rules of Guaso from you. Like, it's okay to take things from bad people.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, if people were being bad, then they deserve what's coming to them.
This is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So as you guys, finish up your like teleportation experimentation for today, Stella, did you want to attempt any magic or?
Let's see. Like, I know that my cantrips work. She doesn't want to use her breath weapon right away, but she feels like it's been recharged after the time that she slept. So I don't know. She doesn't know who to magic, so she's just like she's just hanging out. It's her day off, but like if she gets a reason to use her dragon magic thing, she will. She's just being lazy.
No, that's beautiful. So you guys just kind of have like a bit of a lazy day, and a few hours go by, and eventually you get a knock on the door. You see Lenny's like making lunch or whatever. Jade, do you stick around or? Oh yeah, because you you were asked to be out of the house. Mm-hmm. Cool. So everybody's just hanging out watching like a rune cast of like some like stage show. And yeah, knock knock knock.
Yeah, I'll answer the door. Yeah, gonna say hi. Just like fling the door open.
It is a very distraught Sterling Argentine.
Oh boy. Stella just like, hi. Quickly retracts her wings. Nice to see you here. Okay. And then she's gonna like just like dash away, and then she's gonna go out the balcony, and like you guys see her like running through the living room to the balcony, and then she just like spreads her wings and jumps off and just starts flying.
Bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Okay, so he's oof. Let's see, what could he do?
Because she did not want to see him. She's been avoiding him.
I don't think he has any spells that he would cast on you that wouldn't in some way endanger you or like be like straight up damaging. So he just runs to the balcony. Kaern and Jade, you see Sterling just like doesn't regard you at all as he charges through and goes, Stella, no, come back here. God, I need to talk to you. You see screams, I need the magic.
But by the way, Sterling looks very much like Stella, except he doesn't have a tail. And he's like the male version, obviously. And he has just like one set of horns, whereas she has two, just like the small horns. I mean, Stella kind of like, she's like soaring around. And then like she says, what magic? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, by the way, she knows that he is faster than her. He's like at least twice her speed when it comes to flying.
All right. Well, he goes off and attempts to tackle you. He really didn't want to turn this into a chase, but do you attempt to evade him?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's do some competed aerial acrobatics.
What check is that?
Acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics. What's my modifier for acrobatics? Not very high. 9.
Ooh, okay. So, yeah, Sterling catches up to you, manages to, in 3-dimensional space, you guys are doing barrel rolls and stuff like that, but manages to get up to you and he's going to attempt to grapple. Yep, he hits and he, like, grabs onto you and he's like, damn it, Stella. Look, can we not do this in the sky?
Yeah, Stella, like, tries to, like, just, like, weakly tries to, like, pry herself away from him, but she's so much weaker than him. She has a -1 to her strength. He is, like, a lot stronger. So she's like, okay, fine. And then she kind of, like, just goes limp.
Cool. So you go limp. Sterling takes you back to the balcony, sets you down, like, closes, like a sliding glass door to block off sound. On the other side, you two, Jade and Kaern, are like, it's very awkward, like a family fight is happening while you're guests at somebody's house. You see a small portal opens up on the wall like the size of a cat, and a tabby walks into the room.
I try to pet it. It doesn't like me.
Animal handling.
It's okay. That net one, I'm still wearing the armor.
Yeah, it's just your vibe. You like go into it thinking the cat's not gonna like it, and the cat's like, "Well, if you're gonna feel that way, I'm not gonna like it."
I'm gonna be watching like Stella and Sterling, and I'm gonna be just druid crafting flowers and just eating them, like just repeatedly, just watching this. Like, this is fascinating. Just watching this family drama. I don't even see the cat.
Yeah, so then Stella just, like, gestures over, like, kind of, like, points out to him. Oh, hi, Jade, you've met Sterling before. Kaern, this is my twin brother, Sterling. Yeah, this is Sterling Argentine. He's here now.
Look, I don't have time to discuss this, okay? Stella, like, I love you. You're my sister. I hate to be rude, but I need you to hork over the dragon magic. I need you to give it up and give it to me, and you can keep having your fun. Like, you're a proficient magic user in your own right, but I need the other half of our magic.
I mean, so are you. I mean, you learned all of those spells. You're like this famous adventurer, pro adventurer. You appear on these rune casts. You don't need my magic. Like, no way, brother.
Look, I know it was 50-50, we're twins, but he tries to keep himself from saying it, but says, I live a bigger life than you, Stella. I am involved with such important things. So stop having, like, just fun for a second and see how serious the world is.
So, like, at this point, Stella kind of just sits down, leans back, crosses her legs, and like looks at him, just like kind of like looks. He's standing, but she looks down at him still, and she says, "Oh yeah, you're living a bigger life than me. Well, I'm giving people back their independent thought and freedom. So yeah, clearly you're not in touch with my life, and I mean that was intentional. And anyways, if you want my magic to live your bigger life, you can take it from me. You know how to do it." You know exactly how to do it.
Okay. We're doing that. And he, you know, starts like rolling up his sleeves, like pulling out his scales, like, you know.
Stella whips out her staff from her from her bag, portable hole, and then
you see Lenny is looking stressed in the corner. He goes over, starts taking some of the petals from Kaern and like stress eating. He leans over and goes, "Oh no, this is going to be bad. Dragon fight. It's a dragon fight."
So, like, tell me about this bigger life you're living, Sterling.
We cut back to, I should have done it in the like flashback recap of time and I did in the beginning. When did you we'll focus on the positive, revive Sterling after that time he died? How many years ago was that?
Oh, that was like 50 years ago. Yeah, yeah. Years. Like I think they're like 98 or 99 now, and they were in their 40s when that happened. So that was about 50 years ago.
Cool. So we cut back about 60 years.
Yeah. And he was revived like almost like as soon as like Zamfira got to the scene, like she
yeah, it is a bar in some clandestine location in a swamp. You see like 5 colorful characters sitting at a card table, and one by one, "Fold," says a man in a big purple hat. "Fold," says a big robot with a clock for a face. "Fold," a man with 9 arms. And eventually it is just this like elegant looking, sort of like very like out of place in how well they're dressed. Not like dressed inappropriately for swamp, just very nice like travel robes. Like an we'll say, how'd she do it? We'll say like a like just starting to like wrinkle aged elderly dwarf. She looks across to Sterling and says, "Wow, you're quite the gambler." He says, "Oh yeah, I love games, you know, and I end up in some weird places. I learn a lot of strategies from different cultures." She goes, "Oh, do you want to play a game that I know?" He says, "Oh, what's it called?" She smiles. You see like scaly, or not scaly, but like pointed lizard teeth in her mouth. "Zorvital." Boom. Cut back to the apartment. "Look, I made a deal with some bad people a long time ago when I thought that you would make the responsible choice and give the magic over to me. I thought I was going to inherit everything, and then the accident happened, and I just need it back, otherwise everyone's in danger. People we care about. Like, I understand that your freedom thing is important for everyone, but I'm trying to protect us."
Like, what people are they? I mean, if they're like bad people, we could just go fight them. I mean, yeah, why don't we just do that? Why don't we just do the same thing for once instead of always being at odds? Like, why does everything have to be a competition with you, Sterling?
Yeah, he's like exasperated. He takes a sip from a flask, and feeling like he has no other recourse, does exactly what you just critiqued him for and says, "It's a competition." And you see he like makes the runes in the air and crash, like says a phrase in Draconic. Do you start repeating it to enact the ancient rite of Dragon Duel?
Yeah, you know what? if that's what he wants, that's what he's gonna get. Like, Stella thinks for sure that she's the stronger one.
Cool. So the room starts spinning for everyone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then boom, you're teleported like into like the sort of like a entry hall of what seems to be a big like Roman style Colosseum. Everybody here is scaled. Lizard folk, dragonborn. There's also a large number of just straight up dragons of various ages. Seemingly populating like the sort of sports arena like vibe of this place. The halls are very big, like able to accommodate multiple, ancient dragons in it. You and Sterling have only been here once as children. Basically one of your family members, like a distant cousin, was dueling somebody over family magic. And your mom was like, we have to go. Like, it's like family duty. Never do this. It's bad. It's a nasty thing to do with family. In, like, when, like, a full dragon, like, marries, like, has a child with, like, a non-dragon, the magic kind of, like, splinters. Equally powerful in each own right, but it is, like, fragments of a whole, Think about like taking a glowing rock and breaking it into pieces. Each, thing glows the same. It's just broken. But reuniting
one
it
person
focuses...
gets the wings and one person gets the tail?
That sort of thing,
Yeah.
Exactly. But then Stella took like what magic Sterling had and got both.
Yeah.
So she has the whole now.
And as he explains, some bad people are coming for him saying, hey man, time to do what's due, and he doesn't have the magic. So he stomps off to go sign up, basically. Stella, you can go with him right now and, sign up at the same time, or you can wait a little bit. There's going to be a rotation involved. So, like, it's not immediately this goes down. You'll have time to prepare.
Yeah. So are Jade and Lenny and Kaern with me as well? Are they there?
As well as 2 cats. And also Grognak showed up.
That's amazing. Yeah, like I'm not gonna sign up right away. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna chat with my friends and say like, I cannot believe that we're doing this. Like I learned about this like 40 years ago that this stuff happens. Why does my brother have to be like this? I have more important things to do. Today was my day off. Yeah, she's just kind of venting.
Vent away. Kaern, Jade, how are you feeling about all this?
Kaern, do you have any siblings or children?
Yeah. Oh, we don't want to meet them. Oh, they're not here, are they?
I don't know what they look like. Are they here?
No, they don't look. They're not scaled. This looks like a kind of a scaled party. But yeah, I've got the sister. She's a real piece of work. Yeah.
Yeah, I raised a son and daughter, and they don't always get along. So I try to just be the fun mom, and I let Alice handle things like how they should divide property and whatnot. Yes, so I just kind of nod along with her, but she is not here right now, so I do not know what to do with Stella. And
I never had a fun mom, but that sounds really like so much better than being a boring mom. Maybe we could try and fun mom this problem.
It only works when you have a responsible mom too. And then you just kind of support Sam as they make the decision. You say, yes, listen to Alice. What Alice says goes.
Oh, yeah. Zamfira acts like she's all responsible, but, like, we didn't even know we were half dragon until, like... Well, I mean, the thing that we were alluding to, the accident, is when, like, Sterling died because of, well, an accident that happened, like, an assassin. Powerful people have powerful enemies, all that jazz. Yeah, and then it was an accident, but also not an accident. I, like, directed my magic toward him and the assassin person and killed him too, and I took his power, and it was the happiest memory apparently of my dragon half, but it haunted my elven half for like years, and that's why I hoard alcohol because that's when my hoarding instinct formed.
So, a DM question. Is Zamfira here then, if all their relatives are here?
Ooh, somebody wants their perception check early. Go ahead.
I'm also going to look around.
Yeah, everybody can snack on some perception checks.
That's 19.
21?
27.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Everybody sees Zamfira?
Zamfira, yep.
Zamfira. Beautiful, like, scaled, just, like, magnificent looking dragon. She's in dragon form, you know, because this is the place to be dragoned up. And you immediately noticed your mom, Stella.
Yeah.
Jade and Kaern noticed that she is like fully craned, like looking like if you were having a conversation like with a cat, since that's the animal du jour. Like, you know, and it was just sitting on the ground. Super tense conversation with a small folk. And I'll say with a 27, Kaern, you can hear, you better go. Sorry, what? I can't get her voice.
It's sort of Eastern European, I think.
Yeah.
You better go. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go Russian. You better go. Get out of here. I do not want to see your disgusting face around me or my family ever again. Hey, I don't want to be here either. I just got mad. I was in the middle of a business meeting. Zamfi. Don't you call me Zamfi.
I'm gonna like meander over to her, and like when she's done yelling at a cat, I'm gonna, like just kind of like solidarity sit in her section of the amphitheater, because that's my role as a parent. Is I mostly just support the other parent, and then when nobody's yelling at one another, I'm like, who wants to go putt-putting?
So are you guys all walking over to her?
I mean, she's probably one of the biggest dragons there, right? Because she's an ancient silver dragon.
Yeah, they definitely stick out in the crowd.
Yeah,
I'll say maybe like you see like 8 of them in this massive hall.
Yeah, what other ancient dragons are there?
I mean, you don't know them personally, but like they're various colors, and you seem it seems to be not like a very hostile vibe. Basically, like people are like, look, we're not fighting here. Like we'll save that. Like we're all here, basically for part family reunion, part watching 2 people beat the crud out of each other. So like let's just be chill. But yeah, I guess as you guys kind of get over there, you see that she is indeed talking to a one blithe horde.
Oh boy. Stella just clears her throat like that, and she's like, oh, I mean, we're gonna be stuck here for hours. Might as well. And then she just like goes up to them. She's like completely like she tries to put on an air like she's bored, you know. She's so nervous right now, but she wants to act like she's not. Like she's like, oh great, I have to get this thing over with.
You see Blythe turns, you know, this slick looking dark elf with like very like small round circular sunglasses. It's like, oh hey, what's up, Stella? How you doing, bud?
She kind of just like gives him like a curt nod. Her eyes are like completely icy and says, Blythe Horde, fancy seeing you here. What are you doing here anyways?
I mean, I would ask you the same question, but I have no right to pry into your life like that. So how's things going with your brother?
Yeah, that's true. You do have no right to pry into my life. And like, isn't this event for family? Like, why are you here?
I mean, the biological nature of magic and dragon rights, I guess. Look, I would never go to one of your events. You know that.
Yeah.
Like, I've never shown up before. Why would I suddenly start now? I at most want a curt business relationship. So instead of like last time, I will ask permission. Am I allowed to gamble on you and your brother?
do whatever you want. Like that's what you've been doing the last 99 years. So like, what's for me to stop you? I mean, if you want to lose, you can place the bet on my brother.
Oh, well, good. Kid, I love that streak of freedom in you. It's something I admire a lot in myself. Anyway, see you later, ladies. And he goes walking off to go try to get some gambling action going. Absolute dirtbag. So you see Zamfira is just like in a huff, like that, so angry, about to cry because too much emotion at once, as she's found out that not only are her children fighting, but she just had to see her ex.
Yeah, Stella just like looks up at her and says, "Oh, hi, Zamfira."
Zamfira?
Mom.
She fully cracks and like looks at Jade. It is so hard to be a mother.
Should I say Lady Zamfira Argentine? Gives her a curtsy.
Yeah, she is just like, I cannot with you today, Stella. This is too much for me. My children, what is happening? Who invoked the rights?
It was.
You call me whatever you want, but you explain this to your mother.
It was Sterling. He came into my. I mean, well, he knocked. I let him into my apartment and invoked the rights. He said that he needed the magic. So, yeah. Now we're here. I agreed because let's just settle this once and for all, right?
It should never have come to this. Where is Sterling? Where is your brother? She starts like looking around, but she's like towering over everyone. She stomps off. So, last thoughts before you go sign up.
I want to look for Ruby, my sister.
Oh, yeah, she would be there too. So she's just like kind of puttering around, like literally just like confused as to what just happened entirely.
Yeah, I go to her and I'm going to say, Ruby, oh my god, I missed you so much. And then I'm going to go to try to hug her. She might attack me because I haven't seen her in a long time.
No, she's like in a odd enough environment where a semi-familiar face is comforting. So yeah, you hug your sister.
Yeah, and I just like sit. I just sit with her for a while until I have to leave because I really missed her.
Cool. So once you go and sign up, you see that it's a 3-part thing. The first will be a magic duel. In which the first to land 3 spells on the opponent wins, and spells we're using like the 3.5 complete arcana rules for magic fighting, where like an ice wall will counter a fireball, even though mechanically it might not line up exactly, but opposite spells, Gust of Wind versus Cloud of Knives, or like Kill Cloud or something like that. All works. Second will be basically obstacle course, but specifically for dragon type stuff. So flying, stuff like that. It's very flying heavy, I'll be honest. And the last is a straight up tete-a-tete fight with the opponent to prove might. So it's sort of cunning, ability, and might.
I see. Well, I mean, before we do this, I do want to go back to my fire-breathing kittens, I guess, and I want to say, like, okay, so, I mean, do these things sometimes end with, like, death? Or is it, like, what?
Yes, a kill at any stage very quickly ends the competition, favoring the victor.
Okay, good to know. So, yeah, I go to them and I say, okay, so, yeah, I'm about to do this thing. I'll learn the rules. Like, well, I've never been very good with rules. But, yeah, in case I do die, because that might happen, it's been so nice adventuring with you and the Fire Breathing Kittens. And I guess you're here because I think of you as my family. So, yeah, but, I'm not going to go without a show. I'm going to give you guys one hell of a show. You guys are going to be so entertained.
Stella, you'll be fine. And I pat you on the shoulder and cast Death Ward.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Yeah, Grogdak also pats you on the shoulder.
And I have...
Yes.
I have raised dead, so chill.
And if anything falls off, hold on to it, because I can put it back on. Like
Okay.
stray limbs, fingers, toes.
Death
Good to know.
ward. I did not prepare death ward. Okay, so it's fine. I've got raised dead instead. I think that one's more important.
Yeah, it's like, preventative measure or actually dealing with the problem.
It is better to ask forgiveness than permission.
That's the rule that I went with all my life.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to go to break.
Okay.
Joining us this time, we're going to get Stella. Why don't you go first? You need the maximum amount of rest time before your big competition.
Yes. So, gonna fight my brother now. Like, yeah, this is what happens when you're a dragon. You do duels, apparently. Fun.
Jade.
You return a dead creature you touch to life, provided it has been dead no longer than 10 days. That's great. All right. Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
You're chilling.
Reading my spell
And of
book for no
course-
particular reason.
And of course, Kaern.
Oh, family is always complicated. This is going to be fun.
Alrighty, and do we have any reviews?
Oh, yes, there was one review here. It was by Chaotic Imp 22, and it said, got told about this by my friend. It's pretty good. I laughed. 5 stars.
Yeah, awesome. And if any of you have a review that you want to write, we'll read it just like that. Alright, we'll be back in a minute. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. This episode's shout out is from Evie201, who says, quote, "Don't Forget to Breathe" is a 200-page graphic novel about a trans girl in search of herself in the mystic island of Chiloe. Standing still in time and space, existing only for ourselves, to enjoy the moment, to look at what we have and not at what we lack. End quote. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is their birthday coming up? A special day? We can wish them a happy message on your behalf. You can arrange for us to read your shout out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. Do you enjoy reading books? You can find ebooks, paperbacks, hardcover novels, and audiobooks based on our adventures on Amazon.com. The authors do a great job of adapting the stories into fun novels. We also have official merchandise on Redbubble.com. Imagine owning a notebook with the Fire Breathing Kittens logo on the front, or a t-shirt with one of your favorite characters. Lastly, we don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is if you tell someone about us. Is there an episode that would make that person smile? Tell them about it. Thank you.
Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens, everybody's favorite podcast. It's everyone's favorite podcast. Don't look it up. I'll just go ahead and give the recap this time. Kaern had a wacky new invention, which was like a folding portal, and it worked super good. Some might say too good. And now people have just background been walking in and out of scenes for a while, especially cats from the cat dimension. And Groddak, the story speaker, who has been subtly talking behind every scene. After exploring the grocery store and several other planes, they returned to just hang out at the apartment when Stella's brother Sterling showed up demanding the family dragon magic. Things got heated, words were exchanged, and eventually the draconic dueling rites were invoked, and now we find ourselves at a dragon coliseum somewhere else. Time has passed. You guys have got fun foam claw fingers and like dragon-sized hot dogs, t-shirts. They have like custom tabards that can be made, like They both say Argentine on the back, though. Like, so it's a real problem in the industry when it's inter-family fighting. Nobody knows whose side they're on. So yeah, you guys can get as much merch as you want. Grognak is just dripped out and stuff. Yeah, so I know no Death Ward, but any preparatory spells anyone wants to prepare or cast.
I'm sort of a put the pieces back together afterwards spellcaster.
Valid.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I mean, so how long is there between competitions, I guess?
I'll say there's like a few different sectioned off areas for it. It's like a 3-ring circus almost. So there's always at least 2 going while they set up the 3rd. So if you want to go watch one, you can. But if you're asking how much time before yours, just, it's not super important. Just what are you trying to do?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to see if I should cast Armor of Agathis now or later. That's the thing. It lasts for an hour, so, like...
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's more so just tell me what spells you want to have had casted on you beforehand, and we'll do it right before so it's max time.
Okay, well, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at, let's say, 4th level, so I have 20 temp HP, and if someone hits me, they get 20 damage. So yeah, that's the only spell that I'm going to, preparatorily cast on myself. I don't know if that's a word.
Yeah,
but yeah,
right.
I mean, if you guys have any buffing spells you want to cast, I am all for it.
I can technically sacrifice my own hit points for yours, so that every time I'm like a stuffy doll in Magic the Gathering, where every time they have that card game in this world, where every time
It's
you
just a
take
way
damage.
to do magic.
I take damage, but I feel like it's your pulse would just keep hitting you, and I would pass out, and you would die, and so no.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you want to win, or do you want it to be more like a fair fight?
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna leave it up to chance. My luck's never run out on me so far, so why should it do that today? Besides, I don't know. I'm pretty strong.
Okay, so you don't want me to help you cheat.
Actually, you know what? Sure. She kind of lowers her voice.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
So which is it?
Yeah, no. If you have any advantage that you could give me,
Oh,
to
yeah.
absolutely crush him with no question about
Okay.
it.
All right, no problem. So I will reach out, touch you on the shoulder, and I will cast Foresight, which is a 9th level spell. You get the ability to see into the immediate future for the next 8 hours. You can't be surprised. You have advantage on all attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws, and any other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. So it's pretty much cheating. But there you go. Unless the voice in the sky says something about anti-cheating measures.
Oh, no, this is a Dragon Arena. They're all about to cheat. But, wild. That's pretty good.
Wow, and
Okay,
that is how you prepare for combat. I can gentle repose your body afterwards and then figure out how to revive you. Have fun.
Okay, good to know. And she's going to lower her voice. If that happens to Sterling, please revive him. Like he's my brother, and I love him, and he might do this again, but yeah, I don't want him permanently dying. I
But-
care about him too much.
Here's the fastest way to do this. Step 1, kill your brother. Step 2, I gentle repose them and brings them back, and the fight is over. Just finish it fast, yeah?
I mean, okay, sure.
I'll bring him back. Just go, Stella, go. Do your best.
Oh, this is so good.
All right, yeah. Don't worry. I don't think you guys got anything to worry about. I'm pretty strong.
Cool.
But
So,
thank you.
A ready gentle
With-
repose.
With that, you step onto like a floating platform that like lifts you up and like over the crowds into like the center of a circular arena. You see it's very big, like football field sized. Like you start like in the center, you know, facing off with your brother as like these two discs land and, you know, dissipate. And then you can go take up your position wherever you want on the battlefield. But is there anything you would like to say to him beforehand? You see he's more of an artificer. So he is like strapped with wands, potions, scrolls, little knick-knacky magic items and things like that.
Okay, yeah, I probably will say something to him, but first I shall present the outfit that I've chosen, because of course I'm not just gonna wear that little plain blue dress I was wearing before. I'm gonna wear something fancy. I'm wearing like basically like an armor dress, like not actual armor. It just looks like armor but isn't, and like it's all silver and blues with some gold, and it matches like my staff really well. So I look the part. I look pretty powerful, but I don't have anything else other than like my magic items that I keep on me. So I'm just I'm gonna like look at him and say, I wonder how he would do without all that like extra equipment.
Roll me an intimidation.
I have advantage on charisma checks against dragons. Is my thing, is my modifier doubled, something like that.
Didn't Kaern give you advantage on like everything?
Everything.
So, here, let's see. Oh, that's a 1, so let's roll again. 16 plus, plus 6, 22. And, I can add my proficiency bonus. So 22 plus, what's my proficiency bonus? 6? 28.
You see you really hurt his feelings. What's something nasty he could say back?
Do you get invited to many parties?
Well, yeah, I guess like,
You're not pretty enough to be this stupid?
No. I'm surprised that you're sober enough to string together that many coherent words. And then he turns on his heel and like you see he's like clenching his fist. He's like mad. You got under his skin that like he, even like by class, and like he went into artificing because of like his archaeology stuff. It helps to have, you know, a bunch of things, you know, for any situation. But, you know, he has limited access to spells, and now he's in a situation where he doesn't even have, like, the inherited magic that he should have. So, yeah, you got under his scales.
Oh, yeah. And she just laughs off what he said.
Cool. So,
oh, boy.
He takes sort of, like, a farther away, again, to compare it to, like, American football, like, in sort of the end zone, like, the opposite end of the field. Where you want to place yourself?
Where do I want to place myself? I will also like. I'm gonna stay like around. I would say how many feet wide is this Coliseum thing? Is the arena?
Let me look up the dimensions of a football field real quick. Okay, 120 yards it's in. So. Yeah, 120 yards by 50 yards.
Okay,
360 feet by 160 feet. Okay, I think. You can tell how much I like sports.
Yeah, I'm just going to go on the other end because I'm going to do like that dramatic thing where we have to like go closer to each other in order to like do that. So like we just kind of like just drift apart and then come back together probably. That's how I imagine it going.
Okie dokie. So roll initiative then, and we'll get this magic duel going.
14.
All right. He rolled a 3, so you can go first.
Okay, so I am quite far away from him. So like this first thing is we cast spells at each other, right?
Yes. So going first, you can either go first with initiative, or wait for him to cast a spell first and attempt to counter it, or you put forth a spell that you think would be hard to counter.
Okay. So, I think I know what would be hard to counter. So, the range is 120 feet. So, since I'm going first, like, I'll just, like, spring. I'll just, like, take flight and fly toward him until I get to, like, well, I guess I can only go 30 feet. So, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at him.
All right, go ahead and read me that one.
Guiding Bolt. So, a flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. So it's 120 feet, the range. So, I mean, if I can't hit him, I'll just throw the Guiding Bolt at him. Casting that just at first level.
All right, go for it.
So my to hit bonus, so that's 16. Sorry, 6 plus 16 is 22.
Okay.
With advantage?
Oh, right, good advantage.
You have advantage on everything.
I got another 6, so...
Okay. So he... Yeah, he's going to try to stone skin in response, but I don't think that's going to work, so he's going to make an Arcana check. No. So the math, just for the listeners, is Arcana or Nature. He's an Arcane caster, so I'm using Arcana, plus the level of the spell, plus proficiency, because he's proficient. And then if it breaks... basically higher than the same math, plus the to hit for the opponent. Maybe it would have blocked. Did not. Rolled super bad. And the Guiding Bolt, like being radiant, stone really... If it was lightning, maybe it would have worked better, but no. So it's one strike for you.
Yeah. Did I manage to hit him, or was I too far away?
Oh, no, you can hit him.
Okay, so then I did 15 points of damage.
15?
Yeah. And he's now, like, sparkly.
Oh, how dare you.
Just like, well, I need to make you prettier. I need to, like, give some razzle-dazzle to you.
Maybe now someone will watch your show.
I have plenty of viewers. Click and subscribe.
More whenever I appear in it.
That's undeniable.
She crashes it sometimes.
Okay, so he...
Oh my god, she's so mean.
Yeah, you're not the better sibling.
It's a family fight, you know, they can't be nice. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So he is going to attempt to cast Reverse Gravity on you.
Nice.
So he pulls out a glowing sort of, it looks like almost like a spiral seashell with like a small like hand crank attached to it. So he starts woo 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 woo. The seashell starts spinning. That was a tongue twister. And you feel gravity pulling you hard into the ground.
Oh, into the ground?
Yeah, he's pulling you towards the ground.
Yeah, okay, then I'm going to use my staff and cast Levitate on myself.
Perfect counter. So go ahead, Arcane. So like just, you know, your normal Arcane. And then add the level of the spell to it. Yeah, Arcana.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, it's only second level and my Arcana is so low. I rolled a natural 1. So that's
you have advantage on
0.
everything.
Oh, right. Okay, that's a tiny bit better. I rolled an 8. Plus 2 is 10.
Unfortunately, still not enough. You are slammed down to the earth, and you know, everybody sees the scoreboard go up as Sterling has now scored 1 strike.
Okay, how much damage do I take from slamming to the ground?
Now, since we're using a little bit modified spells, I'm just going to roll 2d6, because it's not so much, you weren't like super high in the air, but you were moving super fast, and then the instant, like, it's almost like hitting a wall. Okay, so we'll just do a tidy 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage, okay. Good to know, alright.
And he did have to burn one of his magic items, so notable. All right, in the crowd, you guys do have crowd actions. You can straight up cheat if you want. Or you could attempt to encourage, like bolster, cheer on Stella, potentially swaying the crowd in your favor, and giving her a small bonus to actions in combat.
Trying to remember something good Stella did.
That's not easy, I'll tell you that. Very morally gray. I like to say morally silver, but I don't
Hey Stella, look what I brought to cheer you on. It's that girl, the dorm room dweller who you keep being the alcohol fairy for. You've done it several times now. At first, she would just wake up to alcohol being in our room. Now she knows who it is and she's less freaked out. She's here. And then there's this what are college people? Early 20s.
Summer teens.
Early 20s person, I guess drinking laws. Early 20s person, cheering, going, Argentine, because, she does sports, but not so much of the thinky because of the drinky. So she doesn't know she's cheering for both. Argentine.
That's so funny. It's probably Stella's fault.
I'm so glad it wasn't a creep leaving those. Cool. So cheering, give me just a persuasion check.
Oh, for my stats?
Yeah.
Oh, that's better than hers. Excellent. No offense, college girl. I've maxed out my charisma. 25?
Ooh, pretty good. Very good. So, the chant really works. Stella, you hear, everybody cheering your name.
It is Argentine, isn't it?
Yeah. You assume it's for you.
Is Sterling still flying?
He was never flying. He hasn't moved. He is letting her come at him.
I suppose I'm just going to try then and just grow, using plant growth, grow a big billboard that just says Stella behind us. So I have all these vines grow up and try and do some kind of spelling. I don't know how good my spelling is though, so it might not come out as Stella. Who knows?
It says stellar.
Nice.
Also, the people behind you are pissed. Cool, but go ahead and give me a persuasion as well.
That's a 5.
That is low.
Yep.
But, your sign is eclipsed by the cheering. You can go and have treat it like inspiration, where until your next turn you can add a +1 to one of your checks. Just a little bonus. Would have been higher if, when you make the sign, a bunch of people are pissed. Because they can't see now and it kind of distracts from the cheering. Would have been a little higher, but here you go. So back to rotation. Let's get fresh initiative.
Fresh initiative, okay. This time I rolled a 4. Makes sense, I just slammed into the ground.
Yeah, well, he managed to get a 6, so he's pretty happy. He's going to use Summon Construct. So he raises his hand up as the earth starts to mold into sort of a big metal octopus that is going to attempt to grapple you.
Okay. Do I have to? So it.
Count spell counter. Do you have
spell counter?
Your best idea of a spell that could counter being grappled by a construct?
Well, I do have Summon Draconic Spirit. So I'm going to conjure Stelfira, the dragon version of myself. Right. I guess. Where would I conjure her? Oh yeah, right above me, and then she's gonna pick me up, essentially.
Okie dokie. We're gonna go competing arcanas on that since it's pretty even. What'd you get? I got a 18.
I got a 2. Oh wait, I got advantage. I got an 18 as well. Oh my god.
Okay, so I guess second round goes to a tie. So that's just a push. So real quick, initiative and then spell.
And I imagine right now, the dragon and the construct are fighting each other.
Yeah, like, so you and Sterling are both kind of standing there looking at each other.
While we make our minions fight for us. I mean, that is it's a really good metaphor, honestly. Like, pure draconic power and then, like, construct. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got a 7.
Okay, he rolled really bad, but I think he still beat you with a 9. So, he's going to classic just fireball you.
And I cast Binding Ice right back at him.
All right. Arcanas?
2nd level. 13 was the first roll. 19!
Oof, that advantage is killing me. I almost had you. But go ahead, strike for Stella.
Okay, so Binding Ice at 2nd level. I think that's like just 3d8.
Oh, wait, no, I
damage.
think it's a victory, because you both had 1, and then it was a 1-round push, so you won 2, so that's 2 out of 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 out of 3, yeah.
Cool. So, just damage from Binding Ice if it does any?
Yes, it does. It does 15 points of... Oh, wait, he has to make a con save against it.
He passes.
Oh, wait, what was his roll?
19 on the die.
Oh, yeah, okay. And I guess his con is pretty high. Yeah, because Spy DC is, I believe, 22. So, yeah. Okay,
22, because I don't think he has con save, and he only has a +2, so he only got a 21.
Yeah.
All right, so he fails. Dang, I thought he had that one.
She has a really high DC. I have, like, a magic item that raises it by 2, and I have +6 charisma.
Ooh.
So, yeah, he takes 15 points of damage. If he's resistant to frost, I ignore that because of my magic.
Alrighty.
Yeah, he took 15.
So, with some spells burnt and light damage done to both sides, the first round of the Argentine competition comes to a close. Nobody has died, so the competition will continue. You have a moment to chat with your friends if you like. And otherwise, we're just going to move on to the obstacle course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go and just, like, check in with my friends and just be like, "Whew, that was kind of fun, honestly."
Yeah, you totally got this. The couple of people here keep complaining, but I don't think they were able to see how awesome you were.
Put the sign down!
Oh, everyone's a critic.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's awesome.
Look, it spells her name and everything. S-T... something. Okay, I'll take the sign down.
But before that, I cast light on it just for a second, so it's like glowing.
Yeah, you see the vines kept, like, growing, so it's changed from stellar to stammer. So it's a big illuminated stammer sign.
That is funny.
Stammer Argyle.
Okay, my new name. Yes, Stammer Argyle. Just kidding. But yeah, like, I'll just check in with them and then I'll go to the next round.
Cool.
I take a liquor bottle that is full, and I look you right in the eye, and I drop it on the ground and it explodes, and all the delicious red wine spills on the ground.
Jade, why would you do that?
How does this make you feel?
Okay, I gotta save my spell slots, but you're testing me. You're testing me, Jade.
I take out another bottle and I say, if you do not win this obstacle course, I will drop this one.
Be thankful I need to conserve my spell slots, Jade. She's like, her dragon blood is rising because Jade is messing with her hoard.
I juggle the bottle from left to right hand and I say, it is doing an obstacle course of its own. You'd better win.
I take my mage hand and just, like, catch it out of the air and then, like, open it and just, like, drink it real quickly.
Now go, Stella, go.
I smirk at Jade and then I like fly back.
So super pumped, you go flying back and arrive in the middle of the arena. You see it's been modified now, where it's sort of like one of those game shows where people have to go down a wall. You know, it's or like a trap-filled hallway, but it's all stuff that's floating in the air. So it is going to be like a skill challenge, like modified, because it's only one person. And it's just average scores for a victory. The only things, because cheating is allowed, is if you do want to cheat while your brother's on the course, you may do so and attempt to make it harder for him. But that's on his turn. Otherwise, it's going to be acrobatics every round for flying, and then give me 3 other skills to just sort of, how you do this with style, flair, and draconic insight.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I think he has like the full dragon's flight speed, so he's like probably better than her at this, but she does have more flair.
And now
So
she's drunk.
We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. When Stella gets drunk, she flies like an acrobat. She does like little gymnastics in the air.
A cop dragon flies in. Woo, woo. Hey, no, she's swerving back there.
I mean, she is technically underage, I guess.
What?
She's
No,
an
don't tell me
elven
that.
majority.
No, you're like
Well, no.
98 years old.
Yeah. I'm always of the belief that elves mature at human rate. It's
Yeah.
just a prolonged, we're legal. Jade's a cop. We're fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
have if you weren't. Yeah.
Cool. So
you may have
give
forgotten
me-
how old you are because you're drunk, but I haven't.
I have his stuff rolled out, and I have his average, which you can mess with if you want. But first, let's get you out of the way.
Okay. Roll advantage. Initiative.
Not initiative, because it's not a competition on this one. It's just running the course.
Okay.
So acrobatics, and then your chosen skill. We're gonna do that 3 times.
Oh, yes. So acrobatics, I rolled a natural 20, so that's a 22. My chosen skill is performance.
Wonderful. What'd you get on that one, and what do you do?
So I still have
Explain to me how you
advantage,
use
right?
it.
Too good. I got a dirty 20. And so what exactly are the obstacles that are like flying toward me or I'm flying between?
So for this first one, it's just very simple moving large rocks and dodging around them. They're not really meant to smash into you, but to slow up your progress.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to, what I do is I basically just gracefully twirl my way around them, and I cast light on each one as it passes to make it glow.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. So 22 and a 20. Excellent. You see the next zone you're approaching is big gouts of fire that are coming out of some rocks, and occasionally they will strike other floating rocks that causes those rocks to explode. So it's like a minefield crossed with fire gouts, which if you roll bad enough, will cause a damaging explosion on you.
Okay, I rolled a 7 on acrobatics.
That's one of those situations.
Oh boy.
Cool. So, and then tell me your chosen skill. I'm going to tell you what happens, and then we'll go from there.
I have to do a different skill, right? On performance?
Yes.
Okay. That's tough. Because what skill could I do? I guess, deception to make it look like I'm fine after all that. I got an explosion in my face.
Okay. So, you take a solid 58 damage
Oh my god.
as one of these explodes right on top of you. You feel like either one of these, the rock or the flame gout, individually would not have been that bad, but together something pretty rough.
Is this has an hour passed since I last cast armor back at this, or do I still have the temp HP from that?
Less than an hour. That first round was only a few minutes.
Okay, so that'll be... So you said 58, right? So I take 47 with my... Whew. Okay. Good to know. So I'm at 100 and... What? 30 something or 120 something. Okay. So, and I still roll deception?
Yes, you still have to roll deception. What'd you roll?
2 1s. 2 natural ones for a total of 7.
Goodness, Kaern, you tried.
This was coming anyway, but at the halfway point of the obstacle course, you see Stella gets a brutal explosion right in the face, and then like does the thing where she's clearly like punch drunk, like eyes rolling, her hair is destroyed. For once, her clothing does not look pristine, like, and she's like, I'm fine, and everyone in the crowd just goes like, ooh, she's not fine. In the crowd,
tried to help.
well, I will allow you guys. It's funny. It was performance and deception. If you can both pass one of those checks, like you have to do the same one, you can allow Stella a renewed charge. Like she can attempt to do performance, which is like her best skill again, you know?
But sometimes you shouldn't win. I gave alcohol to an alcoholic. This has happened. I don't know. At this point, I just, when she dies, I'll gently repose her and then I will bring her back to life. It's fine.
Oh my god. I just lost all faith in her.
I mean, I literally made her able to see the future. I think she's just got the time dilation wrong. Maybe she's flying where she thinks things are going to be. I don't know, but
yeah, like it's like she flew upwards, but then like it exploded right under her and like sent her flying higher up, but like
yeah, she's seeing a future where she gets hit by it and forgetting to adjust for that. Just like, oh no, that sucks, this is gonna hurt, ow.
This is how she's using all of the family's magic, I'm just saying.
Go Stella.
Go Stella, we both say without helping, go Stella.
Yeah, everybody in the crowd is chanting, Argentine, Argentine, and you two just kind of slink back into your seats. Cool, so yeah, no renewed charge, so one more acrobatics and a third chosen skill.
Okay, well, for my third acrobatics, I got an 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I got an 11.
And the chosen skill. Oh, I'm sorry, this last trap is a, like, massive swirling tornado of rocks. So it's like you gotta be strong enough to fly through this and also dodge rocks in a high-speed environment. This could be very bad, because if you fail this check, you will be stuck in the tornado, both causing you to take another round, and you're basically in a blender.
Okay. I'll use religion. I'm going to pray to my
You're gonna pray to your girlfriend?
Oh yes. Wonderful idea. I'm gonna pray to my Lord. I'm gonna be like, May I wish you were here. Oh boy, this is rough. She's just like, how do you pray? Anyways, I'm just sending my consciousness into the void.
Hey, May can't come to the prayer right now, but leave a request, and in my divine absence, I will bring you such peace. Thanks, bye. Get out of here, Stella, and then click.
Yeah, that is actually pretty accurate because she rolled a 3.
Oh.
I rolled another natural 1 and then a 3.
Your dice are going to jail. So.
Yeah, the big dice is out of the picture now.
Yeah. Please take 28 damage and attempt this again with a 4th chosen skill.
Okay, so what else is like decent? At this point I've taken a lot of damage. I'm probably like quite okay, I'm going to just like I need to catch my breath. I'm going to try to like hide behind one of the boulders that I saw in the initial challenge or anything else that's like around. I'm going to try to hide. I'm going to use stealth. So that's a 14. Oh, good. 19.
Okay, and what was your acrobatics?
Oh, acrobatics. I forgot to roll for that. 7.
Oof, not
this dice
great.
used to go to jail too.
So wait.
Sorry, I had advantage. Let me try again.
Yeah.
Oh, 11.
Okay. Well, your combined total barely gets you out. But you do take another 13 points of damage. That's just sort of the, like, you cling to a rock as it's flying around. You're like, all right, I'll just hide here for a second, catch my breath. As you go to fly out of the other end of the tornado, another rock just absolutely clocks you in the side of the head, like sending a little bit of blood flying. But you make it out the other end of the tornado. Let me do some math real quick. That's 10, 12.
Oh, more damage? Okay.
No. Your total score. I'm adding up
okay.
all of your dice results.
Because I got a calculator out.
You're good. So you got a 64.
Ooh.
So there was 6 rolls. Well, ideally it would have been 6 rolls. You needed to do it in an 8. But a perfect score would have been 120, getting a 20 on all of the rolls. So last score not counted. Yeah, 64 out of 120. Sterling got an 87. So this round actually goes to Sterling.
Yeah, he is the better flyer among the two.
Yeah.
Stella just learned that. So then I guess, like...
Also, he took minimal damage. He only took about 17.
Oh, wow. Okay. Fun. Cool.
Yeah, again, this part of the challenge is over, so you're allowed to go back to your friends. You see the vibe is a little different in your cheering section.
Yeah, like she's like below half health at this point. Like, actually, no, she's around half health. Not quite below it. So she's like, she's not even flying. She just limps back and says, "Thank God that's over." And then I'm going to cast. What is it?
No, you're going to get a pat on the shoulder from Jade because I can lay on hands. I think it's 18 times your paladin level. Let me double check lay on hands.
I think it's 5 times paladin level, which is
sorry.
19.
19 times 5 is like, am I doing this right? 95. 95. Okay, so I just pat you on the shoulder once and give you 95 hit points.
Yeah, like I'm back to full, and you can see like one of her wings was kind of drooping, probably like broken, and then it just like rights itself, and she's like, "Oh, so much better. Thank you, Jade. What could I do without you?"
You're like corner personing Jade, like put the water, like rubbing the shoulders. You got this, kid. You got this.
Yeah. You've got one eye puffing up, and I'm just like, what could you do without me? I don't know. Less. Go do more.
Oh, yeah, it's full on the Rocky scene where that last rock that hit her in the head, like she's got a big puffed up eye. You gotta cut me, Jade.
Yep, I do.
Cool. So, yeah, it looks very rad. But then the lay on hands takes effect, and, you know, Stella, you're back to being pristine, Stella, as always. It even, like, fixes your hair a little bit.
Nice, because it was like, well, she's going to get a new haircut after this. If she survives. Yeah, so, yeah, and then she kind of prestidigitates herself to, like, I mean, the clothes are still going to be singed and ruined and tattered, but, like, she makes it look cool. She, like, mends it where it looks, like, not so cool, and then she makes it look, like, all tattered and in a stylish way.
Yeah,
okay, less on your clothes, more on killing your brother again. You've done this once, do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
I guess I should.
Kaern, you're sitting there with about 9 cats, Grognak, the orc from the grocery store, several of Grognak's other tribe members, a bunch of people you don't recognize, and there's about 6 of those black portals in the crowd around you.
Guess everybody came here for the show. Like, I mean...
You see there's like a guy in like what it seems to be a steampunk astronaut outfit.
I still have the pocket square in my pocket though, right?
Yes, you have the one you made.
All right.
But what about the one that's on the other end of the portal?
Ah, I get you. All right.
Kaern is out here destroying the world.
Yeah, I might just start shuffling from like go out of the way, just going to the bathroom, just kind of moving between the seats to try and get to one of the portals. And then at some stage, I'm going to try and like stick my arm in and see if I can get it all from the inside. Maybe see if that works.
Give me an Arcana. It's a little bit like trying to pull a tarp off the top of your car when you're inside the window. It's like if you just pull it in, you might be able to fold it in on itself.
I got an 18, so it's like if you leave a bit of it behind, it just...
Cool. You do take 9 points of damage as you try to do the one to the cat dimension. Your hand gets all scratched up.
Fair.
Yeah, so you just start pulling these windows shut. But, you definitely feel the reverberations of this magic item you've created.
Okay, and then noting there are now 9 cats around, and things could get pretty chaotic. Just before the next round, I want to cast Conjure Animals and conjure 8 mice and just let them loose.
Cool. So the cats they're loving it, There's a real sense of one of the cats are like, look, there's 8 mice. One of us is not getting a mouse out of here, and it's not going to be me. So a separate cutthroat cat-based arena is erupting in the area under the bleachers of this Dragon Coliseum. Oh man, there's a fire-breathing kittens pun in here somewhere.
They're all from different dimensions. I'm sure one of them can breathe fire.
Well,
has an advantage over the
canonically, brand new canon, all cats are from the cat dimension originally, but there might be regional cats in there that can breathe fire.
Yeah, one got plain touched. One's like a cat genasi.
Yeah, this is definitely a level 2 plot for next season. It's just adventure to the cat dimension.
Oh my god, that works because like cat people would be plain touch people from the cat dimension.
Yeah. I love it. Anyway, so you're due back to murder your brother, Stell.
Temporarily, it's okay. He's gonna be rezzed, right, Jade?
Oh yes, of course. I flip back to that page. Yes, I have it. I did not forget.
Okay, good. Yeah, cool. So I did 4th level armor bag at this, just seeing what spell slots I have left. I have 2 4th levels, 1 5th. Yeah, okay, good. All right, I'm good to go. I'm all like freshened up and that kind of stuff, so I'm ready to rumble. Oh yeah, actually, but before I go, because I'm gonna say to Grogs and Axe, he said that you're gonna be a storyteller, right? Well, now you have an amazing story to tell. You're going to.
Yes, and actually, in my community, the storyteller position is passed down by the people who can tell the best and the longest stories. And that is why when I was a young boy, I was very interested in stories.
Yeah,
my favorite story... No, please, I was talking. Don't interrupt the storyteller. Grognak is terrible.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, like, at first I'm going to just, like, smile, like with teeth, but then I'm going to say, would you shut up already? If you don't shut up, I'm going to... I have a bunch of spell slots left.
Well, I think we might just go back to our home dimension. And he looks around and sees that all the portals have been closed.
Oh, how did you get here? Like, did you come in someone's car or, like, did you get the lift?
I mean, kind of like you were my ride, so I figured you'd, like, give me a ride back home. I know I didn't, like, ask, but...
Yeah, well, like, when you start using people's personal portals without asking, things go wrong.
All right, Stella, you clearly have an out right now where you can get away from Grognak naturally.
and I take it and just like basically like have fun, but also like I do something nice for him. I prestidigitate a little like gem thingy and I like toss it in here. Here you go. Oh, actually no, I'm gonna give him some money. I'm just gonna say, hey, while you're in this dimension, this is money. You can spend it. It's fun. Anyways, gotta fly. And then she goes to the arena.
Dope. So, Yeah, you guys are in the arena. This is a straight up brawl. Mm-hmm. No fancy rules. He's just gonna, and after sort of the first showing of like, oh man, like the same way you realize like he's better at flying, like no wonder he took that round. He realizes you're much better at magic. That cutting insult you gave to him in the very beginning, like, is still echoing in his mind as he's like, fiddling with all of these objects that like largely he did not make himself. Things that he's just found in locations while on his job. And, he wants... You can see there is just not anger, but like murder in his eyes, where he's going for the kill as quickly and as cleanly as he can.
Yep, that makes sense. And I want to also, like, hopefully resolve this feud between us, or, I don't know, prolong it. I don't know, but I want something to happen. I've been looking forward to this because I feel like we're finally even in power, so I'm just, yes, let's do it. And before it starts... You
say that out loud to him?
I'm gonna say this. All right, brother, this is what it's come to. Let's finish what I started. I guess, like, I regretted it for the longest time, I don't now, because now I know why. Now I know why it happens, why I have to have the power. So we're gonna fight. We're gonna get this over with. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna finish what we started, at least. But just know I love you, brother.
Whatever happens, it ends here today. And, all the dragons are... Like, it is a cacophony of claw and scale and roars as they're like, this is the part that we like. We like the death part.
Yeah, and I'm going to say... Well, I mean, I've done it once before. I'll do it again if I have to. We both know I'm stronger. I've got the power. You got yourself into this, Sterling. And she's gonna cast Armor of Agathis at 4th level again.
Cool.
Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna cast it at 5th level because I'm gonna convert sorcery points to 5th level if I need. So, yep.
Dope. So with that cast, he just, like, waves his hand around in the air, makes a small orb of light, and then, like, just waves it out, and now there's just this, like, bead of glowing light floating sort of in between you and him.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm not...
You can attempt to make an Arcana if you would like.
I will attempt it. I still have advantage on these things?
I believe it was 8 hours for the spell, so...
8 hours, not concentration. Yeah. Yep.
It's a wish level, right?
It's 9th level, yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I got 11 on Arcana.
Such a good use of a 9th level spell.
My dice are absolutely, like, not happy with me.
I'm sorry, what was that? What was it?
11.
Okay. He's going to make a check. Okay. So you are pretty sure that this thing is like a contingency plan sort of spell for him. You don't know if it's going to be good or bad if this thing is interacted with, but you know he has put something onto the field.
Okay, good to know.
Like, if you blow it up or, like, engage with it, something will happen, and it'll either be very good or very bad. But, just with an 11, you can't really tell why or what he cast.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, it's probably too late to counterspell this. You know what? Let's just go with it. What should I do? Oh, is this spell concentration? Globe of invulnerability. Globe. Alright. Okay, it is concentration. It's okay. I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna use my Staff of Power to cast Globe of Invulnerability around that thing.
Ooh. Okay.
Whatever it is.
With that, let's roll initiative as the, like, preparatory. He saw you cast Armor of Agathis, so he's like, all right, I'm gonna do a little thing. And now you're coming back at that, and they're like, oh, it's going. So let's get an initiative.
Okay, 10.
Well, he goes first, but you messed up his plan. So, he instead... Yeah, let's do that. He's just going to straight up try to lightning bolt you. So can I get a dex saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw. You know what? I'm gonna counterspell it. Yeah, counterspell.
Oof. Alright, he's not going to counterspell his counterspell. So go ahead.
Alright, what I'm gonna do, so I already cast a concentration spell, so I'm not gonna do that. Good old ice damage. I'm gonna cast Binding Ice at, so I already used 1 third level. Third level, I'm gonna cast Binding Ice. Okay. You have to make a con save.
Oof. That's a 10.
That fails. So he takes 17 points of damage and is frozen in place. He has to use an action to unfreeze himself out of there.
How much damage was that?
17.
17. You notice he did not heal between rounds. Because he doesn't have a lot of friends. Oof. Alright, well, he's going to have to use that action then, so he can't really do too much on his turn. Oh, and I guess his concentration would be broken. So you see that little bead that he created earlier explodes, but then isn't trapped inside the globe of invulnerability. That was a
good.
delayed blast fireball.
My instinct was right then.
Yeah.
Kaern, that was a pretty fireworks, eh?
I mean, I have no idea what's actually going on, but yeah, I'm liking the visuals. Do you do this often in the guild, or is this like a special thing?
Oh man, so from Jade's perspective, everything they do is entertainment. She's like, yeah, it's a pretty entertaining guild. Yeah, you do this all the time.
All right. Very good.
There's always a show. I bring my own rations, so it's dinner and a show. And I hand you a bottle of wine.
Ah, me too. And I druid craft a flower and hand it to you.
And then we just watch as there's like Super Saiyan smashing one another in the air.
Cool. So I believe it's his turn, right? You finished?
Yeah, that would be his turn. So what I would do next is I'm going to cast Prismatic Spray at him. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Cast Prismatic Spray, so that's like a bunch of rays of light basically spring out from my fingers at him, all different colors, and it's a lot of damage for sure. It's a 10d6. However, it's 8 multicolored rays of light. So I have to... Oh, he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's an 18.
18 total. No, that fails. So he gets 8 multicolored rays. He gets, I guess, all 8 of them. And I'm going to roll a d8 for which one is which.
Okay.
So the first one... Oh, wow. The target is struck by 2 rays. So 3 is yellow, so lightning damage. He takes 10d6 lightning damage. Takes 32 lightning damage. Oh boy, I'm probably gonna end this here. Yeah, because this is rough. Another 8, re-rolling any 8. Another 3, so another 10d6 for a total 40 points of lightning damage. I rolled green, so he gets hit by a green ray. That's so much damage. Oh my god. 35 points? Man, this spell is broken. And then of course cold damage. Yeah. Okay, and that'll be 38 points.
Oh man, this is so bad for him.
It is. Yeah, and I don't know how many that was.
Oh, I
rolled another
totaled
8,
it.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 40, like 107 damage total.
oh my god. This ray is
Yeah.
broken. Yeah.
He is on his last legs. about to go down. He's got one move he can try to do, but I doubt he will last long enough to have another round up. So could you just give me a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving.
As you see his hand raises and extends out towards you, and like these weird tattoos start crawling up his arm, and this like truly like definition of necrotic energy comes out. He says some weird words in like a foreign tongue, and like a very dark countenance goes over his face. What'd you get?
Oh boy, again with the bad rolls this time. I rolled an 18 total.
No. Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
So let me... Okay, so it's 84 damage. Yeah, is a modified harm spell, which is 14d6.
Ooh, wow. He's pretty powerful,
so it's
too.
a little juiced. So a little behind the scenes player asked for a hard battle, so I just juiced all the spells I had prepared instead of trying to make something else. But yeah, and also your hit point max is reduced by that amount.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, well, I did have Arbor Agathis at 5th level, so take 25 off of that for 59 points of damage, so I'm at 120 something.
Nope. He needed to do 20 more points of damage in order to bring you into power kill range. So if you can finish him this round, you can do it.
Hey, Kaern, it really seems like she would have lost without us, yes?
Well, we are pretty awesome.
Yes. And then, like, I put the flower behind my ear. We keep watching.
Grognak looks up like, yes, we are pretty great.
I give Grognak a sandwich from my wife, too.
Ooh, I will tell stories of this. Cool. So cutting back to Stella killing her brother.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to go in my draconic form for this. So yeah, you see, like, she turns into a large dragon with mostly wings, tail, and neck. Like, she's a slender type of dragon, kind of, but silver with like hair flowing out of like where the spines are, basically. Still a bit of elven blood. And she's gonna say, "This is the power of the Argentines. Yeah, you'll get a taste of it." And gonna use my breath weapon on him.
Oof.
So he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Does he still have to be like a 22?
Nope, an 18. Because this is a different.
Close. He got a 16. So he's looking defiant, like so close to being able to put up a defense. But as soon as like the chill of not even like the actual frost fire, but just the cold of your breath hits him, he like shudders and his defenses drop.
Yeah, that's 15 points of damage.
Just enough.
Wow.
He only had 11 left. Yeah, so boom, poof, breathing out this breath over him, like holding it on a little longer than maybe you needed to. You are once again gifted with the sight of the corpse of your brother.
I meandered my way
that killed him?
down to the arena.
Well,
just doing mean. I'm just hopping like from one stair to another. I drop the sandwich, put the sandwich down where my butt was. Got to keep my seat, and then like hop down each level. But yeah, I've got ward. What is it? I don't remember. It preserves the undead body.
Oh, gentle repose.
Gentle repose. I've got 2 coins and a little pinch of salt.
Cool. So you guys tidy it up, and you feel, Stella, what little of your family's draconic magic was left in Sterling flows backwards into you. His form doesn't change, he's still biologically, a half dragon, but it's what do they call it? Like a western facade, where it's just the front half of a building. there's no real dragon left in there anymore. You're not bringing him back right now, Jade. You're just holding on to him.
First, I put a pinch of salt and 1 copper piece on each of his eyes. Then he's preserved for 10 days, and I can revivify him because I made him reposed within a minute. Yeah.
Well, did you do it gently?
Sure. Yeah. Sprinkle gently, like salt sprinkle.
Cool. He has been gently reposed then.
I could revivify him within the next 10 days with a spell scroll at any time, Stella, just so that you know how this magic works. But so I don't even have to use a spell slot. I did use, that just cost me a 2nd level. 1 second level.
Yeah. So Stella, after dealing his death blow again, she's going to she doesn't care about the crowd anymore. She's just drops out of her dragon form and goes to him and just holds him because she feels bad. It's the elf part of her. But then the magic finally takes into effect. She gets the last little bit of the soul back. Does her elven soul transfer into him?
I'm going to say no. I love that vibe, but I truly think Blythehorde is such a bad person. He had very little elven soul to pass on to you. But yeah, he just loses some, access to spell slots, basically. He already lost most of the magic 50 years ago, but, Yeah, so...
Have you tried asking your boss about why he needed your magic?
He, sort of, but, well, I do want to know more about this thing that he did. So, I mean, he's dead now. Can you revive him? We did the thing.
Alrighty, go into the revivify section of the 27-page freaking document, you guys. I'm not playing a paladin again. It's not happening.
I feel that, yeah, I have so many pages that I had to look through for my spells.
Yeah, a spell scroll bears the words of a single spell written in mystical cipher. If it's on your class's spell list, you can read it and cast it without providing any material components. Alright, so I've got to roll this dice. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level, which is 3rd for revivify, I think. Okay, so I rolled... Wait, what's the dice? What do you add to your dice? You add... Okay, so it's a... How does this work, guys? You all can see my character sheet. It's in the chat. It's on page 21. If the spell... it's using my spellcasting ability to determine whether or not I cast it successfully. So it's a DC 15. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I rolled a 10, and my spellcasting ability is... Charisma, which is +5. So that means I got a 10. Does that mean that it happened or it didn't? I have 3 of these scrolls, so could also just use it. All right, I just use a spell slot. Whatevs. 3rd level spell slot down. It's fine. I have the... Oh, wait, no, that cost me money. That's why I was using scrolls. All right, use the 2nd scroll. Got a 19 on the dice. There we go. Perfect. All right, Stella, you owe me 600 gold for my 2 scrolls. And your brother coughs, blood comes out, and he breathes in, and his airway's cleared now. Yep. I move his tongue around in his mouth a little bit, and I'm like, no, that's mucus. And there you go, you're fine now. Pat his cheek twice. Slap him in the face a little bit, and I lift him up and put him on his feet.
Yeah, I was standing over him, kind of kneeling over him. And then I just
Welcome back, DM. Sterling is alive. I had used 2 spell scrolls, probably. We don't know. Who knows?
You're good. You're good for it. So you see Sterling comes back to life. As you're doing this, the whole world starts to spin again. You return to Willie and Stella's apartment. There are dozens of these portals all around the place. Tables have been split, tapestries ruined, and there's just a bunch of strangers sort of loitering around inside the apartment.
Yeah, I'm not leaving Sterling's side, so I'm gonna be wherever he is.
Cool. He's back to life, and he just is real quiet. He doesn't really know what to say. He looks at you and says, well, gotta be honest, I didn't see it going this way.
Hey, Kaern and I are just gonna go over here in the bedroom, and then I open the door and like a whole bunch of bottles clank out.
Stella was about to warn you, but then that happened.
A disgusted look passes on my face, but I have 2 children who just moved out to college. So like I'm just got past the teenage years, and I'm like, I feel like I was done with this, but then I step inside the room and open it for Kaern if he wants to join as well.
I'm just going to push some of the bottles into any open portals that are just lying around. It's like, look, it's fine.
Cool. Yeah, you see a bunch of the people also get the vibe and shuffle into now this tightly packed bedroom.
Kaern, this will really revolutionize the cleaning up the house industry.
Yeah, but I thought I closed all of them, so I'm a bit concerned that there's so many.
Every time I see your portals, I'm just like thinking really small. Like, wow, this will make my Saturday chores cleaning for my wife so much easier. And you're like world changing idea, and I'm like tiny application.
Yeah, you see that there's like a guy made of lava in the room with you who just whispers, I'm from a volcano world.
Kaern is like dealing with world ending stuff, and I'm like, wow, the chores will be easier.
Yeah.
So you saying you like it here more, or you miss home?
I just kind of walked through the door. It seems pretty cool. There's a lot of bottles in your dimension.
Why does everybody just walk through the doors without even knocking? I mean, it's like, a door. I'll just go through. It's like herding cats around here.
That's exactly, a cat walked just like into a volcano, and I was like, where'd that cat come from? So I picked him up and I brought him back in. And I ended up in this lady's apartment, I guess.
The cat is in his arms, like looking really grumpy and singed. Grumpy cat.
Yeah, but it's super warm and cozy, so he's like, right.
Frustrated, the tail flapping furiously.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Stella's gonna be like, so yeah, normally, I would just throw a big party for you guys, but like, I'm not really in the party mood, so you guys all need to leave. So
we're in the room. Don't mind us, and then we close the door.
Oh no! I wasn't talking to you guys. I was talking to the uninvited guests.
The ones who didn't get the vibe are like, oh, so sorry, and start walking back through their portals.
Yeah.
You see a guy comes out with like a big pair of hedge clippers on his back, and they're like, oh no, we're leaving, and he's like, oh, sorry. And you have the room alone with Sterling.
Okay, I'm just gonna cast a quick wall of force around the portal so they don't come in anymore. If they do, they'll just have an unmoving barrier.
Yeah, you cosmically close the windows.
Basically. So yeah, after all this has happened, I look back at Sterling and say, I mean, I've been getting stronger all this time. You've always been the stronger one before, but I knew it changed. I knew it changed when the magic first awakened in me, when I joined the Fire-Breathing Kittens and I got all the practice. But tell me, brother, why did you need the magic so much in the first place that you would do this?
Because I got involved with Zorvatal. It's a dragon game that only true dragons can play. And I assumed that I would be a true dragon by now. And, I thought it would be a good way to make a name for our family, like Mom's great, but Dad sucks, clearly.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be something that would be mine, I can't just go digging around in ruins, through speaking stones forever. It's, thought it would be noble and bring honor to the Argentine name, but no, these are just a bunch of psychos. They use people like pawns, and once I really figured out what I had got involved into, I was doing my best to find a way for us to get out of it, to get you out of it, but the time's coming due for me to join a game, and I don't think they really care which Argentine joins. I just didn't want this falling on you for my bad decisions. And he looks like really ashamed. Like, I think it was maybe around the first time that you saved my life and killed me in the same action, I realized you are stronger than me, Stella. Just look at all these tricks, and he just starts throwing, like, ancient magic relics on the floor. It's junk. It's all junk.
I always wonder why like, Mom never told us about this game. And she never told us that we were dragons. We had to find out the hard way. I couldn't go back after realizing that I was the reason that you don't have powers anymore. That's why I ran away. That's why I live here now. But do you know why she did that?
I mean, I don't know. Like you said,
is she just playing the game as well?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because otherwise they wouldn't have been so excited about me unless... I don't know, I've never really delved into our own family history before, but... I don't know, Stella. Somebody's going to come knocking at your door one day, and it's all my fault.
Well, let them. If I could beat you in this, then I think I can do anything. It was tough. I'll tell you that. It wasn't easy. I mean, it's actually really impressive considering that you didn't have the dragon magic that I had. How far you've managed to get. You've made the Argentine name proud already, Sterling.
You see, like, tears start to well up in his eyes, but even though he's been, like, healed and revivified, he's technically fine. The exhaustion of death and, like, a dragon battle and all this heavy magic, he just collapses on your couch and, like, passes out.
And I just hug him while he does that, and I'm like, no. And I do, like, the healing light thing. I give him some healing to just wake him up.
He's like, Stella, I just want a nap, dude.
No, nap later. But let's figure this out, okay? I don't know what to do about this. Like, I wanted to be a true dragon because dragons, what they do is they give other people their power. I realize that. And that's what I'm doing right now. I might just lose the entire dragon soul doing that because every time I do that, I lose a little piece of it. But I have to do it to save the world, I guess, from these Ekenvlim. You know how they are. And like, my girlfriend and I are changing it.
Like, he thinks for a minute, and it's like, well, look, I'm not the best arcanist in the world, but, I mean, if you burn all the dragon soul, I mean, what can really the Sorbitol dragons come claim?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I do like this power. Maybe I just need to get more of it.
And this is why Jenny encountered a dragon that eats other dragons and consumes their souls, isn't it?
Yep.
Great.
So as Stella thinks that, like, oh, maybe I just need more. Maybe I just
need to time travel into other universes and get versions of myself that still have whole dragon souls that never encountered the Ekenblim, kill them, take their souls, come back to this one. Okay.
See? She just needs to figure that out.
You feel...
Like, yeah.
Well, just everybody starts to feel a bit of a rumble, like an earthquake almost, as more of these inky, smoky portals begin ripping all around.
Oh, this is perfect for when you need the house to shake a little bit. You know, you're bored and you're like, yeah, we can entertain the babies this way because it's not falling asleep. Perfect.
Oh. You see, like... almost like if you put a piece of Swiss cheese in front of your face, like you can see through all the little holes, different spots of a face. Through this window, this smoky window portal, you can see the largest creature you could possibly imagine. Eyeballs the size of a building, makes King Kong look, like a monkey. Is looking through these holes into your dimension. Oh, hey, I think someone's calling my name. And this booming voice is shaking the entire realm. Jade, something in your devilkin lizard brain is giving you a sense of deja vu. This, not you weren't there, you couldn't have been there. But this image of a giant looking through a window into another world is terrifyingly reminiscent.
My sword at my waist says...
Let me try to do my best Meliodas impression.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I remember this. What? And then my sword is like... Because the sword didn't die in between. I did.
Huh. Magatama. Are you finally coming back? We gonna go tote around again, kill some things?
I draw the sword and I hold it up to the giant's face and I'm like, you ruined everything.
I only gave you what you all wanted. And on that note, we will end this episode of Fire Breathing Kittens. We were joined by Kaern, the Worldbreaker.
That's totally the name I was looking for. I just joined the Fire Breathing Kittens to be that guy who's a bit cool, but Worldbreaker works. Oopsies.
Stammer Argyle.
Excuse me, it's Stella Argentine. And you know what? I'll make up with my brother. Sterling, whatever happens to us, let's do it together, okay? Let's put this competition and fighting thing behind us. All right, Sterling, together. And I hold out my hand.
Like I said, no matter what happens, it ended today. And he holds your hand.
All right.
And of course, Miss Jade.
I shout these words and my sword catches on fire. Bagels and cream cheese!
Oh, God. Oh, all right.
Bye.
Thanks, gang. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
I've never really felt fulfilled working my 9-to-5 job. Who does, right? I now run things in my own company, which means I have complete control over everything. This isn't as easy as it sounds. That's why you should join me on this journey where I share my highs and lows from moving through this business life. You can find me on your preferred listening platform. Just search Zulf Talks. That's ZULF for Zulf and then Talks.